Righto, we're doubling up. Stevie Sparks is about to go live with us as well. Obviously, with his welterweight fight coming up April 21st, Woolongong against Gelignite Jack Brubaker. The Viking, Stevie Sparks, is going to be going live with us right now with Before the Fight. And he's going to be bringing us up to speed with how his camp's been going and what we should expect now that he's moved up 2 weight divisions to fight Gelignite Jack on a massive card. Here we go. Bang, there he is.
Hey mate, how you going? Just in the gym.
Good, mate. Live in TGW, in the headquarters in Toowoomba.
Yep.
How are we feeling? What's going on? We're less than 1 week out. April 21st, Wollongong.
Really good, mate. We wrapped up a last sparring session today with Dylan Biggs. It's good to get that one out of the way and nice and sharp, feeling good.
Talk to me, mate. What can we expect from this fight?
Look, I believe I'm the best kept secret in Australian boxing. I'm yet to be seen by a lot of eyes, and this is my fight to do just that. I'm looking to put on a career best performance with this one, and I believe Jack Brubaker is a perfect dancing partner for me for this one. And I'm excited for the welterweight jump, and there's some exciting fights there for me after as well.
Mate, you and I spoke, and there's been a lot of frustration with you trying to get a fight in the weight division that you were campaigning at. That was well known, and a lot of fighters were going through the same thing. You took it upon yourself to back yourself and jump in the big boy pond. You've gone up 2 weight divisions. You're coming into welterweight, and now you're jumping straight into it. No limit. Wollongong, April 21st. Gallon Brown, you're on the undercard, and this is one of the most exciting fights on there.
Yeah, look, it is, mate. And a few fights were offered to a few other people and they denied them. So I believe I'm a fan's fighter. I want to give the fans the fights they want to see. And I believe this is one that people probably didn't expect, but I bet they're glad they're getting it. This is going to be the most exciting fight on the card, I believe. Not only am I jumping up to welterweight, but I'm taking on the number 1 in the division. We aren't making any excuses here on this one. And look,
straight away.
I'll be humble in victory or defeat, but it is what it is. I'm stepping up, and I'm very excited for the challenge.
Mate, like you said, there were a lot of fights. We interviewed you on 2 different occasions for 2 other potential opponents. I'll be 100% honest with you, and I think you've nailed it on the head. As a fight fan, way better fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Way bigger card.
Both previous fights. And look, I respect Jack. He's exciting. He brings excitement to the game. People, whether or not you're cheering for Jack or against him, he's someone that the Australian fight game needs, because he is exciting and he brings eyes to the TV, and he's promoting me, so I'm loving it. It's great. I don't have to say.
Mate, he's Mr. Entertainment. He's got Australia's best boxing mullet. He's got an Akubra to go with it. Now, you're both good country boys. Frosty tells us that you've got country hands. Is there going to be much movement, or is it just going to be a very hectic first 4 rounds?
You can play a fight out in your head so many times and think it's going to go a certain way, and it never does. So, I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm going to expect everything and anything. I believe, I know that Jack and Jeff are coming up with what they think is going to be a good game plan against me, and me and Brendan have got one as well, and it's plan A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. So, it's just keep an open mind and expect anything. And I think that's with the fans too. Like, when you got 2 people like me and Jack Brubaker, where we both can punch, and we both can have the power and the ability to change a fight at any moment, the fans are going to be on their seat and don't blink, because the fight can change in just an instant. And people know that with my fights. Like, I'll be boxing along and the next minute I get the knockout, and it happens just that fast. And same with Jack. So I think it's an exciting matchup. I think it's a very exciting matchup, and I'm excited to be the number 1 welterweight in the country after this fight.
Mate, we'll get to the welterweight clash that just happened on the weekend, because we're not, like you say, and I love it, and now I use it, we don't look past an opponent, but we look
through it.
Boom. Now, what differences have you noticed at welterweight in yourself?
Mate, I just feel like I'm now eating for performance. My body is performing a lot better. After sessions, I'm rehydrating better. I'm refueling better. I'm not stressing about weight. I still have to cut weight for this fight. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big super lightweight, very big, and people are surprised that I can even make the weight. So, not huge, big changes, but I just feel healthier. And I do feel stronger. But one thing was we didn't want to put on any more muscle size, because my speed is my key, and I don't want to lose my speed. So that's going to be an advantage on the night. I believe I'm going to be faster than Jack. So it's exciting times. And like you said, there was a good welterweight contest on the weekend with Ben Kite, Andy Hunt, which was a very close fight, and that was a clash of styles as well. So look, there's some very, very exciting matchups there. Lenny Zapavinia is back at welterweight. That's a fight I would love. Me and Lenny Zapavinia.
Well,
That'd be a great fight.
we know he's sparring. We know he's getting work. We know
Yeah,
he's looking to get it back on.
exactly. It's very exciting, and yeah.
Mate, what else is going on? Tell us something. Tell us a secret.
Secret. What do I got? Nothing. I just train. That's all I do. Live in the gym, train in the gym. We went to Sydney. We got some good rounds down there.
How good was that? How good was that?
I went and stopped in the Zoo Academy, got a few secrets, talked to the chat, spoke to the man who beat the man recently. So, it was good. They were really hospitable down there in Sydney. It was a great trip. We got some quality rounds in down there at Bondi, and it was good.
Yeah, we saw you in Bondi with Tony Del Vecchio. We saw you at the zoo camp. That was a very successful campaign down in Sydney to prepare you for this fight. Now, how happy is Brendan with you and your performance as we are nearly 1 week out?
Yeah, look, we couldn't have had a better camp because this was, everyone says that, I had a great camp, but honestly, it was a long camp, this one. Now, I've been training for like 16, 17 weeks. So, we were able to
You've been training since January. You've been training since January.
Before Christmas, so it's good. We've had a long time, but I'm an athlete, so I train all year round. It's just about tweaking it. And as any fighter knows, you have your ups and downs through training camp. So some weeks you're going to feel good, some weeks you're going to feel bad. And right now, I'm set to peak just right next week. We've had a nice run in, and down in Sydney was just perfect. Any fighter will tell you it's good to get out of the gym and have a fresh mind and have a fresh few gym feels and get down there with the media and everything. I'm very excited for it. It's good.
It's going to be more media than you've ever had. And you're also going to be fighting out of Toowoomba. How are your feels when it comes to that? How's the headspace with that?
Yeah, look, I've spoken to media before on that, whether it's 1 camera or 20 camera, it doesn't bother me, mate. The show's about me. Of course, there's going to be cameras there. Me and Jack, and I've fought in front of 12,000 in China. My second professional fight. And I lost that fight on a majority decision where the promoter even said that I won that fight against Beishan Bell, a good boy. So fighting in front of big crowds isn't really a new thing to me. I fought over in England as an amateur as well. I went on the tour over there with the Queensland Australian side. And look, this is the stuff I've dreamt of as for a kid. So there's no pressure on me. I think the pressure's on Jack to perform. I've got everything to gain and, nothing to lose with this fight. So I'm a dangerous man for this.
Oh, mate, absolutely 100%. You are a dangerous man for this. Now, when we ran into you at the other night here at the Gold Coast at the weigh-in, I caught you mid-mouthful. How much weight do you really have to lose for this fight?
Oh, yeah, look, I wouldn't be moving up if I was going to be too small for the weight. Look, I do have to cut weight, but I'm just feeling good, mate. I'm feeling really good. It's not about how big they are or how hard they punch, but no one's going to be smarter than me in that ring. And people are probably only just starting to realise that I have a good boxing ability as well. I'm a good boxer. I can box very sharp, very fast when I want to, and I just like to bang a bit as well at times. So, but now I'm learning to integrate that. I would call myself a boxer puncher. I'm starting to use that boxing ability, and I can turn the fight at any point I want to.
Mate, really quickly, what did you think about the Bangkok-Andy Hunt fight?
Mate, I think it was a great fight for the Australian title. What better two blokes to fight for it than Benny Kite?
And the Australasian.
Mate, look, I like Benny Kite, mate. He's one of me good mates, and I think he's the best bloke in Australian boxing, one of the nicest blokes. You won't meet a better bloke.
Great ambassador.
I've never really spoken to Andy Hunt. I don't know him, and I'm sure he's a good bloke as well. I thought Benny Kite maybe edged it, or it was a draw. But look, everyone's going to have their opinions on what sort of style of fight they like. But at the end of the day, the boxing fans got a great, entertaining fight. And it was good for everyone to see. And I'm sure Benny Kite's going to bounce back from that. I know he's a very determined, and no one trains harder than that bloke. So, and you always just want to see your mates win. So anyway, I'm sure he'll be back. But look, there's very exciting matchups there. And after I'm crowned the number one welterweight division, Andy Hunt might have to give us a call.
Mate, he might have to. Now, speaking of your mates, Ben Money, Andrew George had a very interesting fight on that night too. Your thoughts?
Oh, mate, that was a cracker. I thought that was a very strategic fight from both boys. And to be honest, everyone wrote Chris George off. And it's funny how no one gave him a chance, but people don't realise the level that Chris was at for years. He beat everyone in Australia. He beat the Brewbakers. He beat Cameron Hammond. He beat all these fellas. Bowen Morgan.
Zan Craddock.
He knocked out Bowen Morgan, who Tim Tszyu knocked out as well. People don't realise Chris George is rated very high. And they were all underestimating. I mean, Chris has got that power, like us country boys. We got these country hands. We can all punch up here. All us Toowoomba boys can punch. So, and look, he dropped Ben Marnie in that fight. And I thought Chris George was hard done by in that fight. But, that's boxing. It's just it was a very close fight. And when both boys think they've won it, it's no surprise when it goes either way. So, but Chris can go out now, and he's happy with how his career went, and he's come back and had this fight, and now he can retire happy, and he's not wishing that if he come back and got that second fight back. So it's good to see.
Mate, great answers, great speaking to you. The camp looks like it's going well. Your headspace looks good. You're looking fresh in the eyes. We've seen that you're even getting K's in at 10 o'clock at night when you can't sleep. So you're ticking all the boxes. You're doing all the right things, mate. The whole country's watching. April 21st, Wollongong. We're going to see you at the weigh-in. We're going to talk to you just after that. Stevie Sparks, go get them.
Thanks very much, mate. Thanks for the interview, and I'm sure everyone's going to enjoy the fight between me and Jack Brubaker. Thanks for supporting me, and whether you're cheering on Jack Brubaker or me, I'm just happy that the Australian boxing is getting bigger and bigger, and it's becoming a tier 1 sport. So no matter who you cheer on, and cheer as loud as you can, guys. So thank you very much. Mate,
it's going to be an absolute barn burner. Keep your eyes on this fight. And just as we finish talking about Chris George, he goes and joins live. Chrissy, you're too late. We're signing off. I'm Rob Shife, and you're watching Before the Fight. Stevie Spark, go get him.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
See ya.